WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. It's time for Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio.
Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy, Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's not in the house, man. We got Zach Boyd in the crib taking care of us all day long, all day strong. We got Terry Davis at 11:30. He's going to join us. We're going to talk a little bit about that Grizz-Nass. And, man, I have to tell you something. That was one of the most painful losses for me in a long time. Dre was gone and thrown out. He didn't go cup check. He just went pull down, slap across the face, pull you down. You have, just a great game by Jaren Jackson Jr. Trey J went buck wild in that ball game. Ja played very good, but he looked exhausted by the end of the damn game. I mean, let's just be real. And again, the Grizzlies, what an effort, what a game. But how did the Deadgum Warriors pull that out? Oh, that's right. This guy named Mr. Poole. He makes big shots in big times and big situations. And you could definitely tell that they've been there. They don't back down. Grizzlies don't back down. I expect game number 2 to be awesome. But we're going to break down what we saw in game number 1. We're also going to talk a little bit of Hardenwood. This is going to be a fun Hardenwood today. Have you seen all the crazy stories that have happened in the world today? Or over the weekend?
There have been a lot of crazy stories.
I mean, this weekend was like straight up buck wild. For some reason, I know Music Fest was here in Memphis. You had Jazz Fest down in New Orleans. You got the NFL draft going on. You got all kinds of playoff basketball. Baseball's in full effect. It was a buck wild weekend, and we are going to get buck on this weekend and go absolutely bananas, just like Tony V went bananas on Auburn after Auburn beat them. Did the perfect bat flip where the bat happened to land on its point and then shoot straight into the Tennessee dugout. Tony V went buck wild. If you don't know who Tony V is, do you, by the way, Zach Boyd, do you know Tony V?
No. You sound like a wrestler.
He's almost like a wrestler, but he's a baseball coach.
Okay.
For the Vols, dog. He is.
Oh, he's the cute one that the ladies like.
Ladies love him, but I'll tell you what. I don't know if there's very many ladies in the world who actually could deal with him because he does act like a absolute lunatic from first pitch of the baseball game. He's arguing balls and strikes from the dugout. He's been suspended 4 games this year for bumping a ump. He came out last night. I thought he was going to get suspended again. He was hot, and I mean he was hot. But that Vols baseball team, whoo-wee. We're going to talk about Auburn and the Vols today. We're going to talk about some of the stuff that's going around, people talking about them having loaded bats and people not liking the fact that, I don't know, do you know that Tennessee has one of the coolest things I've ever seen? Do you know what I'm talking about? When they hit a home run, they have a pimp hat and a fur coat. So you pimp a home run, bing, bang, boom, they come over there. And you know how, college football, they put on chains? Everybody started with Miami putting on the turnover chain.
Yeah.
No. They got basically a pimp hat and a fur coat. They threw corn dogs on the field against Ole Miss. They ticked off a lot of the Auburn football players by after the game, trying on all their Auburn football player helmets and putting them on video. This is a wild, reckless, but very good bunch, and you won't believe me when I tell you this. The pimp story, the fur coats, the home runs, Tony V going ham is not the biggest story outside of Tennessee baseball. Do you know what it is? The fastest baseball ever thrown in college baseball history happened this weekend. Yes, it did. Ben Joyce threw a 105.5 mile an hour fastball. 105.5. Ben Joyce. That is absolutely ridiculous. It's the fastest pitch in college history. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We have weekend winners. We have weekend losers. I'm going to bust on Draymond Green. I don't know about you, man. If Draymond Green was on my team, I would probably love me some Dre. But Dre's not on our team. But I would also get ticked off at him a lot. Like, that was just a stupid foul to get thrown out. When a little Antonio Brown inside the FedEx Forum, come on, bringing on the noise, run out there. Into the game, he's out there dapping everybody up. They won. It wasn't because of Dre. But we'll definitely talk a little bit of Draymond Green today. Do you like Draymond Green?
I don't mind him. I just think
you can't help but respect his game.
Yeah,
right?
I got a lot of respect for his game. It's just sometimes he just goes too far across the line.
Yep.
And that's where it kind of gets sticky. Cause I'm willing to defend Draymond to a certain point.
To a certain point, yes. Like the cup check with LeBron James in the Cleveland series, that cost him that series. Let's just be real. Him getting thrown out, I thought that meant the Grizzlies 100% were going to win. That did not happen. It was pretty sad. But we do have games to break down today. And we have a 76ers Heat game that's going on. If you won't believe this, do you know Miami is a 7.5-point favorite? And I think I'd take that Jun at 15. Because no Joel Embiid. Not going to happen. Not at least for the first two games. And again, James Harden, I love my kinfolk. I don't like talking bad about him. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully one day he's going to take me on a nice vacation. Maybe I'll go hang out with the baby. We'll go to a little couple of strip clubs, drink some Cristal. Well, there's no way he can put this team on his back. Jimmy Buckets is going to lock him down like it's going out of style. I think the Heat beat the break off the Sixers, and I mean beat them bad. This series is going to be 2-0 Miami with a quickness. And, the Miami Heat are for real. Now, the Mavericks-Suns game. Woo! Mavericks-Suns. Mavericks-Suns. You got any insight on this basketball game, Zach? Because I'm going to tell you right now, this game looks for me like one that I don't want to touch. I'm scared to touch. I'm scared to even watch. Because I don't know what's going to happen in this series. I really don't. Chris Paul is an absolute maniac. The Mavericks, Luka is an absolute lunatic. You got two superstars. D-Book, we're going to find out what's going on with him. And I think it's going to be a fun one. But I just, for some reason, have this, and maybe it's because I want it. I have a feeling like I could see the Mavericks taking this. Am I just crazy? Am I wishful thinking? Listen, I love Chris Paul, one of the best point guards in the world. Needs that championship ring to validate him being a top 5 point guard of all time. Really does. But that Suns team, I love Monty Williams. There's just something right now, a little bit amiss. We're going to find out tonight, 9 o'clock on TNT. Mavs, Sun, Phoenix right now, a 5.5-point favorite. Kind of liking the underdog. A lot of favorites have been coming in. But the 76ers and the Heat, Miami minus 7.5. I've already bet that. I am all over that all day long, all day strong. We got also pro baseball to talk about, man. So, Zach, how much pro baseball do you watch?
I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch it, but because of my fantasy baseball team, I am pretty much
connected.
Yeah,
I got you. My fantasy baseball team is absolutely terrible.
You're not. It's still early for me. I'm dead
early.
last. I'm dead last in my conference, but
Man,
we're good.
I want to tell you something. It's early. It's definitely early. I am actually in last place too, which is very weird because I'm usually actually good at this. But I got Bo Bichette out there not doing a dead gum thing this year. My pitching is absolutely terrible. I can't even tell you how bad Zach Wheeler, who was one of the better pitchers in baseball, has been with, of course, the Phillies. Lucas Giolito got injured. Oh, my gosh. Trevor Rogers, 17 innings, got a win, but he's given up 10 runs. Charlie Morton for the Braves has been straight trash. Straight trash. My whole pitching staff outside of Walker Buehler has been a disaster.
You should have took some pointers from me, man.
Man,
I could have helped you out a little bit.
I thought my pitching staff was going to be pretty strong. I got Tommy Malay over here on the bench. Cincinnati can't get a win. This guy has the highest spin rate in baseball, and right now they're just spinning the ball out of the park on him. And then again, my hitting. Trevor Story has been trash this year. Bo Bichette has not been very good. So, yeah. We're going to talk a little baseball, lots of basketball, NFL draft winners and losers, Terry Davis and Harden Wood because it feels so good. Trevor Bauer, by the way, little side note. You saw he got suspended for 2 seasons, right?
He did.
Did you see what happened about 2 hours after that report?
No, what happened after that? Don't tell me he went to like a strip club or
No,
something
he
like
didn't
that.
do that. He did not. But another woman came out and said while he was in the minors, choked her unconscious, did the exact same things the other, slapped her around. And then the weird thing is, she said he would wear a GoPro on his head. Yeah. Like,
Huh?
Like is a GoPro is that thing you put on your head and you like videotape, usually like riding a mountain bike
Yeah,
or
like
something?
you can mount. Yeah, you can mount the GoPro to like your helmet or you get like a little strap and mount it to your forehead.
Dude he looks like he's mining for gold, and he's videotaping these crazy things. She said that she has video of the assault. So Trevor Bauer just seems like things keep changing, and changing. But I will say one thing: everybody out there in this world needs what? Needs protection. So make sure you get the protection you need with our good neighbor over at State Farm, and that is Bob Simpson. He can buckle you up with car insurance. He can take care of your home, no matter if you're renting or if you're an owner. He can take care of your business, whether it's maturing, starting, or growing. He's got you covered. He's got you covered for your vacations this summer. Just give him a call, 901-381-1233. That's 901-381-1233, or go online and get a free quote at bobsimpson.org. Stay protected with your good neighbor, Bob Simpson. I'm in the box.
So you didn't get the heads up for these questions, so I'm kind of excited about this.
I never get the heads up. I like coming in here like just straight up cold turkey and blind.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
I don't do many things cold turkey, but I do the box.
All right. So the Beale Street Music Festival was this weekend. It was a whole lot of fun looking at the pictures. Everybody seemed to enjoy themselves. We had a bit of a rain delay on Saturday.
Lightning, actually.
Yes. And so they had to temporarily pause it, but then they resumed it because the Stallion, Megan Thee Stallion, she wanted to perform with the Hotties.
Is she got the hottie sauce in Meg Thee Stallion, the one
Yeah.
that has the hottie sauce?
Uh-huh.
Man, that hottie sauce is fire, brah.
So it prompted me with this question for you, Johnny. Who would you wait in the rain for? Anybody that you can think of. Like you wanted to sit out in the rain for a performance, a game, or just outside somebody's hotel just because they're in town. Who would you wait in the rain for?
I'd sit outside of a hotel if Rihanna was actually going to come out. I'd sit outside of any baseball stadium, basically all of them, because the last time I sat out at a baseball game and it was a 2-hour rain delay and I was a young man in Cincinnati, Tom Browning went out there and threw a no-hitter. So I'll wait for a little baseball. Football, I don't care. Just make sure you get me beer. It can rain, it can snow, it can sleet. The fans are going to go crazy. But for music, man, widespread panic. I don't care what's going on with the weather. In fact, the weather might make things visually a little more appealing, if you catch my drift. It's called a psilocybin mushroom issue, but it's just part of going to a panic show.
Oh, okay.
I doubt you've never heard of one of those. By the way, but you're a vegetarian, so you eat mushrooms, right?
I do eat mushrooms.
Man, have I got some for you, buddy. I got some really good ones.
I don't know, man. Like I gotta, do I need to check it with the FDA first, or do?
No, I'm telling you, this stuff is 100% legit, dude. It's gonna expand your mind. But yeah, sporting events, fun things. I don't care about being out in the weather or the rain. And Meg Thee Stallion, I'm not like gonna be sitting here acting like I know anything other than hottie sauce. I'm sure I know a couple of her songs.
You do.
Like, I mean, I just, me. I don't know, like, I'll listen to it and I'll be like, doo 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 doo. I don't know who it is.
That's your reaction when you hear a song. Is
doo 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 doo. Yeah. Oh, it's a great song, guys. I'll snap with it. I'm like, yeah, this is a great beat. Here we go.
Oh my god.
No, but widespread panic. I'll miss anything to go get buck wild watching them.
So speaking of the Reds, because you just brought them up, man.
Yeah, they're trash.
3-19, man.
Yeah,
it ain't pretty.
It's a bad thing, man.
It's not pretty. So if you was the manager for the Reds, what's the pep talk? What's the pick me up speech to kind of get the team going here? How you feeling?
I would start off like this. Men, every one of you guys are getting paid. You can't get paid to suck. Like, this is absolute embarrassment. They've been outscored this year in only 22 games by 65 runs. They've held the lead. They've won 3 games. They have not held a lead in a baseball game for more than 9 innings over this entire stretch. Think about that. They are, after they won the first game of the season against the Braves, the defending world champs. After that, it has been trash, 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 a lucky miracle win, trash, 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 a lucky miracle win, straight trash. Cincinnati is the best AAA team in baseball, but for some reason they let them actually play in the majors. It's a sad state. I feel bad for Joey Votto, who's wrapping up his career. But they don't have anything. I mean, if you look at this team, I just don't know how they get much better. I mean, Joey Votto is old and he's pretty good. But let's see. Joey Votto, Jonathan India, Kyle Farmer, Tommy Pham, Tyler Nyquin. Like, who do they got? Oh, Mike Moustakas is their DH. Like, that is a really bad lineup. Really, really, really bad lineup.
And they let go of their best hitter from last season, and Jesse Winkler.
Yes, they did. Wink's gone. And by the way, let's be. Do you think Luis Castillo is a number one? No. Tyler Malay, I thought he was going to be fabulous this year. Has been awful. You know, Mike Minor is not any good. And Hunter Green. Hunter, you got some work to do, son.
You need some time.
You need a little more time up here. I think he should actually be in the trips, but yeah, this baseball team is a joke. It's like the old days of Marge Schott all over again. You don't even know who that is. Do you?
I have no idea who you're talking about, man.
She was a crazy lunatic who owned the Cincinnati Reds. She was the managing general partner and president and CEO of the Reds, who was removed, actually, from baseball because she has a very racist legacy. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Hey, I'm just telling you the facts, buddy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What did she say?
Man, I'll tell you one thing. I wouldn't have doubted that. Who knows what that woman said. She said some bad things. But, man, she's the kind of woman that you see, and she's sitting there spitting in a spittoon, talking ish. Like, she was just a mean, vile old woman, man. I'd be scared to death to walk into her office.
I fear no man.
I fear no man.
I fear no man.
I'll tell you one I do. You know who I still fear?
Who?
Like, would you not? Okay. So, let's just be honest. Mike Tyson might be like over half 100. He is, I think so. You saw what he did to that boy.
Obviously, you got to be smart about stuff, but I still don't fear him.
Yeah,
but you got to be smart.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Stupid. Yeah, don't be stupid. Well, there is one thing that I would fear. All these idiots now at these little youth movements. Have you seen the sad situation that's happened with youth sports? We had gunshots at a youth football game. 2 people got shot over the weekend in Virginia. Last week, we had a mom go and beat up a 12-year-old softball umpire. Like, we've got some stuff going back out there. So here, you know what I fear? People who don't have it all up here. Like, if you ain't got if you got too many screws loose up here, I fear all those people because they really are straight crazy. There's a lot of straight crazy people in the world.
There's a lot of them.
Well, we're going to talk Grizzlies on the other side.
Got one more for you, man.
Oh, you got one more? Drop it on me.
Come on. You know the drill. Game 1 was this past weekend. Grizzlies end up losing. But we had a celebrity road, much like in Game 5 against the T-Wolves.
T. Morant's doppelganger.
Yeah. So who did you recognize in game 1 from Celebrity Row?
Usher, and John Morant's dad. They look just alike.
No, yesterday's game.
Oh, in yesterday's game? Oh, he was there too yesterday again.
What, Usher?
I thought he was.
He was?
Man, let me tell you something. You know, it's a Sunday. I'm drinking. I'm heavily drinking by 2:30. Tito's is up in my hands. I thought I saw him. I guess, you know what? They probably just shoot Jaws' dad. Who did you see? Because I don't remember.
Was it? They had Yo Gotti and Moneybagg.
Oh yeah, Moneybagg Yo.
Yeah, they both were sitting next to T. Morant that game. I can't remember who else was there. They only showed like those two, and that was it. And I was like, who else is there? DeMario
Dwayne White Jr., a.k.a. Moneybagg Yo. He was sitting there right there on the front. What's your favorite Moneybagg Yo song?
I can't tell you off the top of my head.
Doing Too Much, maybe?
Nah. I mean, like Rookie of the Year is I listed Rookie of the Year.
Oh, I haven't. Man, I don't even know if I know that one off. I don't think I do. Man.
Like Waukesha is pretty funny to listen
to. Y'all hear that, people? Check it out. Again, Grizzlies lost 117-116. Ja Morant had a chance to put the ball in the hole. I think it was a really good design play, actually. I like them throwing it in, getting Ja full head of steam, going toward the rim. They get the ball in his hands. You have to give Klay Thompson a lot of respect, because he made Ja hit that jump off the backboard really, really hard. He's long, he's athletic, couldn't finish, and I swear to you, I felt like Ja almost ran out of gas at the end of that game. But Jaren Jackson Jr., we're going to talk about 33 points, was 6 for 9 from downtown, made his free throws, grabbed 10 rebounds, had a block, played his best game in the playoffs in his Grizzlies history. I mean, can you think of a better Trey J game? Because I know I can't.
I mean, since the Bucks game when he shot and made 7 threes in a quarter.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That is a good
That's
point.
the only one I can think of.
That's a very, very good point. Brandon Clark, by the way, is still a bad man. That dude grabs rebounds at such important situations. Melton played really good, I thought. The team played really well. The fact that they came up and lost breaks me. But Desmond Bane, man. Desmond Bane's insane, man. But you know what he looked like the other day? Desmond Bane ran out of gas, yo. Like, straight up. Bane was out of gas, man. 3 for 10 from the field, 1 for 5 from downtown. Couldn't grab a rebound to save his life. Only had 1 of them. He did have 2 steals. It was interesting. But I think the biggest thing is Jaren Jackson Jr. only had 3 fouls. He was making his threes, and he wasn't fouling. Because you know what me and my buddy Jay Morgan were saying? The only thing you can guarantee that you're going to get from Jaren Jackson Jr. is he's going to get his 6 fouls. He didn't this weekend. He didn't yesterday. They still lost the game. I think they're going to come out there and they're going to play extremely inspired basketball. Do you believe that they win the series? Can they come back and take care of business? Hit me at the AutoZone text and listener line 901-360-8255. Get in the zone. AutoZone. We're going to talk Grizzlies on the other side with our good buddy Terry Davis on Sports 56 98.5 FM.
Let former Memphis Tiger Gabe Kuhn and Brett Norsworthy take you home every afternoon with Sports Time on Sports 56. Weekdays from 3 to 6 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
If you have damage to your home and have your insurance carrier involved, you need a great contractor. You also need a team that has seen claims of all shapes and sizes, residential or commercial. After our inspection, we'll share our findings and give you our professional opinion. Some people say you get what you pay for. However, our opinion is free. Trust the name you can depend on, like the tens of thousands of families Brian and I have served over the past 20 years here in the Mid-South. Brian Elder Roofing. We'll measure your roof from outer space and share our team's experience for your property and claim. Repaired roofs, replacement roofs, big roofs, tiny roofs, insurance roofs, flat roofs, TPO roofs, asphalt roofs, tile roofs, slate roofs, metal roofs. If your roof needs some love, call me. 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing and Contracting.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Are you tired of living paycheck to paycheck? Do you have nightmares about your finances? Are you struggling to save for emergencies? Are you wanting to buy a home and not sure how to get the funds to do so? Well, it's time to get a handle on your finances with a personalized session with Nicasia, your money coach and certified personal financial counselor with Tate Enterprise. She is available to help you create your vision of financial freedom. It all starts by booking your session today at NicasiaTate.com. That's NAKASIA Tate.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Sure thing. We can help you replace those wipers. If yours are squeaking or streaking, it's probably time. We've got a wide selection of wipers that can stand up to any weather, including the right ones for your make and model. We've even got more ways to get them fast, like our next day delivery or free same-day store pickup. Getting the job done just got easier. Restrictions apply.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
What's wrong, darling?
Work.
I thought you loved your job. I do, but the boss put me in charge of his corporate luncheon. His bosses are coming. So now I got to figure out something about food.
Hey, have you called Charlie Robertson at Three Little Pigs?
I haven't, but that's a great idea.
That shoulder pack that we got for Mom and Dad's anniversary was killer, honey. And you get a half gallon of coleslaw, half gallon of cooked beans, and all the trimmings with the 24 buns and everything.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
You remember we took the kids there and we had so much fun, and the kids love the ribs and they don't even like ribs.
Oh, that catfish. Oh, yeah. Three Little Pigs. And I got all stressed out for nothing.
Three Little Pigs at the corner of White Station and Quince. A slow-cooked pork shoulder you can have on a sandwich, or you can even have it catered. Plus delicious grain-fed catfish that melts in your mouth. Three Little Pigs Country Breakfast. All the trimmings will get you ready for any day. Three Little Pigs Barbecue, where we serve no swine before it's time. 901-685-7094.
Hi, everyone. This is President Donald J. Trump, and I'd like to invite you to join me and patriots from all over the country at the American Freedom Tour in your wonderful city, Memphis, Tennessee. I will be there live and in person on Saturday, June 18th, with a conservative dream team of my son, Don, Kimberly Guilfoyle, Mike Pompeo, Candace Owens, and many more. We'll all be motivated, excited, and ready to make America great again. This historic event happens just once in Memphis on Saturday, June 18th. I hope to see you there. You cannot afford to miss this one. America's best is yet to come. So let's do it together. Go to AmericanFreedomTour.com and get your tickets now while they last. They are going to be selling very, very quickly, as usual. I love you all. I will see you there.
Go to AmericanFreedomTour.com for tickets as low as $9, and for a limited time, enter promo code AMERICA for a special discount. That's AmericanFreedomTour.com. Once again, AmericanFreedomTour.com.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Memphis' only Top Golf Swing Suite at Erling Jensen's Small Bites. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan is sick, I heard. Dude, did you hear how sick he was, bro?
Yeah, he texted me.
Sick as the Grizzlies fans are after not being able to close out game one, man. Sick as the Grizzlies fans are. In fact, I think that's why he's at home sick. Because you know Jay probably lost his shirt. You know he probably loaded up everything he got. Bet on the Grizzlies, and he's got a tummy ache today. He didn't come in.
His bank account was sick.
He's like, my bank account's broke, man. Oh, man. And by the way, the other thing about yesterday, the arena was bumping. They had the we here, and that's the Desmond Bain saying, you know, we here. And then Desmond Bain just didn't have that great game. But there is a little bit of controversy that we're going to talk about with Terry Davis, because with about 4 seconds left in the ball game, the ball looked like it went out on the Grizzlies. I was hoping it was not. They didn't go and review it. They went to middle court, tipped. The Grizzlies won the tip, called a timeout immediately. Trey J hit the ball to Brandon Clark. Bam, timeout. Had 3.6 seconds to steal this junt. Could not get it done. Can they get it done in this series? Well, we're going to ask Terry Davis. Terry D, how are you doing, my brother?
Man, my life is good, man. I'm surprised you made it in after Music Fest and all your fun bands that was in town.
Yeah, I'm surprised myself. I'm just proud of myself. I don't know no matter what I do, I somehow make it to work. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Dependable, even if I'm a little bit crazy. Now, how crazy should Grizzlies fans feel this morning? Draymond Green, he's gone in the first half. You had the best game from Trey J that we've had during these playoffs. He was buck wild, hitting three-pointers. Just playing great basketball. Ja Morant, everybody knows what he did. Dropped 34, had 10 assists. He had 9 rebounds, dropped 4 threes in. My man played a great basketball game. The only thing that was weird is as much as he was on the ground, I don't understand how he only shot 3 free throws.
Yeah, but they're not going to get into that because, you know, they don't want to blame the refs for anything, because they've said that if they had one more deflection a couple more not missed free throws, a couple bad assignments they had on second chance points. Well, that's where they really lost the game at second chance points and losing those 50-50 balls. One or two of those bounced the other way, then Memphis would have stole the game. Because I didn't think they were going to win game one because of the short turnaround, but they had an opportunity to take game one.
Shoot, I thought once Dre, the first quarter one, the Grizzlies came out and they were on fire. They were like, hey, I'm going to put this to you. Golden State survived it. They held on, came back in the second half, played a little bit better in Golden State basketball, and then they really kind of took over the third. Grizzlies come roaring back after Ja comes in back off the bench. And again, when they got the lead in the final minutes of the ball game, I'm thinking they're going to hold things out, and then you just see some threes that really mess you up. And what can we say? Dude, is Mr. Poole, is he like just clutch?
He is, because I asked Steve Kerr about Jordan Poole, and he has all the confidence in the world in him. And even though he didn't start Poole and he put him back on the bench, and he said if Steph Curry can start, Poole can come off the bench, vice versa. And Poole has been playing well. And Poole did not play great against Memphis during the regular season, but he has elevated his game in the last month or two, and I've been impressed by that young guy's work ethic and his determination in the playoffs.
Oh, I'm so with you. I still am just kind of shocked that it would be like Grizzlies play great defense, and then they kick it out to Poole, and then Poole puts it in their eye. It's just like, damn, man, you got Klay Thompson out there, you got Steph Curry out there, now you got Jordan Poole dropping things all over our face, and yeah, there's just not much more you can say about that. That was impressive. But Klay Thompson made that 26-footer. Jordan Poole assisted on it with 36 seconds. That's the difference in the ball game. And then Klay came up with what I thought was one of the best defensive plays. He forced Ja so far out to the left that his forward momentum was going too fast for him to be able to softly kiss that jump off the glass. Klay Thompson, I thought, was very average throughout the game, but in the final 40 seconds of the ball game, nobody was. I don't think anybody came up bigger.
And you know what's so weird about that play? Ja was not Klay man. He was Poole's man, and he beat Poole, and Klay pulled off his guy to go over and defend Ja. That's how it shows you how great a defender he is. Klay does so many little things that make big impacts on the game that the regular person won't even pay attention to because it's so natural. His quick shooting release, his defense, his help defense, his ability to communicate with all others. And because he left his guy to go to Ja, that saved them to win. Because if he hadn't done that, Ja would have hit that layup and Memphis be up 1-0.
Yes, they would have been. And would you have said that was stolen? Because I do know I have a couple of buddies that actually live here, and I think I'm like, y'all make me sick. They're huge Golden State Warriors fans, and I happened to be with them. And as we were watching the game, and I'm like, yeah, Memphis is putting it on them. They were screaming and screaming when the final 4 seconds, when that ball looked like, I think it was Brandon Clark, looks like he knocked the ball out of the down. Or, well, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, the point is, I thought for sure it was not Grizzlies basketball and we were screwed. They didn't go and review that bad boy. They did the tip. They got it to Clark. They got the timeout. I thought Taylor Jenkins called a great play. Would the Warriors have something to gripe if Memphis did steal it?
Nope. Because you got to play within the confines of the game. And just because you missed that call there was plenty of calls that went your way in the game. And throughout the game, they even out.
I'm with you right there. Now, Dylan Brooks, has he looked right with you? He's playing great defense. He hits a big shot in the corner when the time's running out. He had a huge shot in the fourth quarter. But during the game, it looks like Dylan Brooks, whenever he's shooting, I feel like there's a lid on the basket.
I think Kerr has made it. He has made it a point to try to neutralize him because he's been guarding him off the ball, just like Ja got handled last series by Minnesota. I think Kerr gonna let Ja and Jaren go out, and they're gonna try to take away Dylan and Desmond, and they have a two-headed monster instead of a four-headed monster, and they're just gonna live with what they can with Ja and Jaren, and just take away Dylan and Des.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Well, we got a wild series going on. It is just game one.
It was fun too.
It
That
was fun.
one of
No,
the
it
funnest
was
games.
that was insane. That game was
Yeah.
just it had everything. Again, it had Draymond Green when he got thrown out coming across the court, reminding me of Antonio Brown in New York. Like he loves being that villain. You know, and I'm just like, dude, the whole place is booing him. Ah! You know, and it just
He loves it.
he loves it. He does. And he loved coming out there when they won that game and dapping up everybody and everybody knowing like, hey, we still won the game. But D'Anthony Melton I wanted to bring up. My goodness, man. We can't expect that from him every night because he doesn't always get the minutes. But Taylor Jenkins recognized that Melton was on like all throughout the game. And he got 25 points, played more than Tyus did. And I just think D. Melt's been I think he's going to be a big part of this series. Is it just one game, or do you think Melton has a little bit of advantage?
I think Melton has a little bit of advantage because one thing about Tyus, he's a smaller guard, and he's not able to do with Clay and Steph that what a bigger guard with Melton could do. Because Melton, everybody look at his shooting ability, but he has a really good defensive range and presence. So he can get his shot over because a lot of times he went and shot over the defender, which Tyus can't do because he's a great point guard, but he's just not a great shooter. He can hit a wide open shot, but it's hard for him to shoot over people. And, sometimes it's all about matchup. And I think for D'Anthony, this matchup works great for him.
I think I'm with you, by the way. I really do. Big series going on. Grizzlies back at it. I am going to talk about a Tiger and Calvin Austin.
I already know.
Who's not, you know what I was about to say. I'm going to get there in two shakes of a lamb tail. But I also wanted to ask you, the first game yesterday, Giannis wasn't shooting the ball well at all, but he took over in so many different ways. He dropped 12 dimes, had 13 boards. His defense was ridiculous, and he suffocated the Boston Celtics. He didn't have Chris Middleton. He did not care. Giannis and the Bucks, I can't believe they went into Boston and slapped them that hard, beat them by 12, 101-89.
Why can't you believe it? Aren't they the defending world champions?
They are the defending champions, but Boston was so good in that net series. The Bucks are dealing with injuries. Giannis, again, he couldn't hit a three-pointer. He was actually only 9 for 25 from the field, missed like 5 free throws, I believe. But again, he grabbed 13 boards. He had 12 dimes. He had 2 huge blocks. And in the fourth quarter, that game was over. Like, it was O.V.
O.V. And the biggest difference between Milwaukee and the Brooklyn Nets, Milwaukee can play defense.
Yep.
They actually can play defense. The Nets made Boston look like they were, 5-time defending world champs because they didn't play defense. They played well against them. And, all the, hot takes said, oh, Boston's going to win it all. I still think it's still going between Miami and Milwaukee.
Yeah, and let's just be real. I thought Jaylen Brown had a horrible game.
Yes.
He was just frustrated as all get out. Couldn't really get things going. Marcus Smart seemed frustrated. I know he's the defensive player of the year, but he ain't locking up Giannis. They ain't you know what I mean? It's like that's just not how it works. So it does kind of feel like Milwaukee. The way they went into Boston and slapped them, I'm scared of them. I think this is going to be a Bucks Heat series because we also have to talk about tonight's game. James Harden, he's my kinfolk. I love him, but he cannot.
We're going out this round.
Yeah, he's going out.
They got a built-in excuse. Joel is out, so that's our excuse.
Yep.
They got a built-in excuse.
And the Heat are playing just out of the control. And I don't know if you heard this. On 31 possessions that James Harden and Jimmy Butler, when they faced each other this year, all 31 possessions, you know how many points James Harden scored on Jimmy buckets?
I would say he did score. I think he was his 6.
Not from the field. He hit something from the free throw line after a foul, but 31 possessions, he was 0 for
really?
On Jimmy buckets this year. So I think Butler's going to lock down dude, you think that you don't know that's hard for me. That's that's like my Uncle James, except for somehow I'm older than him. But he's got a lot fatter bank account. So you think could you see me and James and the baby going out and partying?
You know what? I can see that.
I can too.
Because y'all got one common element that strings y'all together.
I love you. All right, man. The last thing I want to ask you about the NBA before I move on. I feel again like the Heat. This is going to be a walkthrough. I'll take the Heat minus 15 points, probably to get plus money if I can. I think they beat the 76ers brains out down in Miami tonight. But I don't know about this Mavs Sun series. Like, I am torn. I have no idea who's going to win this. Do you have a clue?
Of course I do. I think the Suns are going to win it because, one, they got the experience from last year. And, Dallas don't have that experience. And they got Chris Paul. And DB Booker came back. It cost them a lot of money for not properly reporting his injury. And I think they're going to take that out on Dallas tonight, too, because the organization is a little bit lighter. For not telling
What did
them
he get
that
fined?
Booker's gonna be back.
$25,000. What do we got? He got fined $25,000 or to the organization?
Organization, because they didn't report the injury properly, because the other team thought he was out, and hey, look, I'm here to play.
Hey, my hamstring miraculously healed.
You can't do that. Only thing he had to do is say just upgrading was questionable, and they didn't do that. So that cost, Vegas didn't like that at all.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. I think I would be a little bit upset too. But man, Calvin Austin, we got to talk about Memphis football real quick.
Dylan Parham.
Let me just tell you something. I'm shocked, one, because I thought he was actually going to go with the 39th pick, and I know they wanted him, and that was the Baltimore Ravens. They wanted Calvin Austin so bad. They got rid of Hollywood Brown. They really needed a wide receiver. But the pick right in front of them was the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they jacked Calvin Austin. He's going to be a Steeler. He went 138 overall. I think it's a great pick for him. I think it's a really good fit. The only thing that's weird, though, is why did you bring in Mitch Trubisky and then go out and hire, like, with the first round, go and pick a 24-year-old quarterback who's made 49 starts in college football? You basically now, with picking him in the first round, you kind of got to start him. I feel like Mitch Trubisky was hoodwinked. Which quarterback do you think would be better for Calvin Austin's future?
I think Mitchell would be better because one thing about Mitchell, I think he didn't get a fair shot up there in Chicago. And another thing too, that's becoming a Memphis North up there. Because Anthony Miller's still on that roster up there too, and him and Mitchell played at Chicago together. So, one thing about Pittsburgh, they're not going to fall to the pressure just because they drafted a quarterback in the first round. They're going to be forced to start him. I think Mitchell is a 1 year, on a 1 year plan. He's like a filler for a year, and they're just going to let this guy just come in and do what he needs to do. But they're not going to rush a quarterback just because they draft him in the first round, because that's not what the Pittsburgh organization does.
Man, you better hope so, because Mike Tomlin's he's going to have a tough year. The Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, their defense is even better than it was last year with their great draft. Bengals, they shored up their offensive line. And, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd. Joe Mixon went to the Super Bowl last year. And then you bring in Deshaun Watson into the Cleveland Browns organization. Like, it looks like, I'm thinking to myself, man, you got Deshaun Watson, you got Joe Burrow, you got Lamar Jackson, and I think Kenny Pickett. I don't know, man. I just don't see Kenny Pickett turning into Joe Burrow for sure, and he doesn't have the athleticism as one Lamar Jackson. And a lot of people keep saying how he's a good athlete. Yes, he's a good athlete, but he ain't a great athlete. And this is the National Football League where speed, it absolutely kills.
But you know what? One thing, too, that wins football games, all three phases of the game. And all those teams you mentioned all have good offenses, but the defenses and kicking game is not the same. And that's what's the difference in Pittsburgh, because they concentrate on all three. And Cincinnati and Cleveland both lost a lot on defense, and that's going to come back to bite them. And those games that they won last year might be go the other way this year. So it's going to be interesting. That's why I love the football NFL, man. There's always something going on.
I do, too. I love the NFL. And I love Terry Davis for always making me feel good. Listen to him every single Monday at 11:30 right here. Read all of his work at the Tri-State Defender. And follow him on the Twitter at TerryD515. And I'm just going to break this down for you. If you're looking for him when he's not traveling with the teams or not on the road, I know you can find him in Brookhaven.
Hey, they need to pay you, man, for as much you advertise.
I'm telling you, they do what they do. Hey, Terry Davis, be blessed out there, my brother.
Okay, my brother. I'm surprised you ain't said nothing about Grant, but we'll talk about him next week.
Yeah, we would definitely get in on that on next week. I just ran out of time. You know how it is, TD.
Okay. All right, my brother. Talk to you.
Peace. That is my buddy Terry Davis. Now, we are actually going to have to take a break, and I'm going to tell you something that's kind of going on. I don't think you can hear any of the thumping going on up in this building. And okay, number one, let me explain. The thumping that's going on in this building is Brian Elder and roofing repair, because we needed a new roof. Let's be real. Storm damage this year. We've had wind, we had snow, we had sleet, we had ice. And if you had damage to your roof, whether you're commercial, whether you're residential, if you have an insurance carrier involved, you need the best contractor. And the best contractor, residential or commercial in the Mid-South, unequivocally is Brian Elder. Go to brianelderroofing.com. Call my friend at 901-867-0303. That's 901-867-0303. Let him love on your roof. Back into Shake Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Get your afternoon started with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sang and Sports 56 Grind Time. Weekdays from 1 to 3 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
It's time to vacation at home with Family Leisure. That's right. Enjoy a vacation in your own backyard with a little help from Family Leisure. Like play gyms and trampolines, they're now $500 off. And those trampolines, by the way, they've got that mesh on the side, so trampolines are now safe and you'll be the hit of the neighborhood. They've got hot tubs in stock and ready to go, and you can get up to $1,000 off when you pick them up. All kinds of do-it-yourself pool specials, like savings of up to $1,500 on all in-stock pools when you pick it up and install them yourself. And if you're looking for patio furniture, then stop on in, because they have tons in stock and they're ready for you to pick up. So get ready for that vacation at home with the help from Family Leisure. Family Leisure's Vacation at Home Sale. It's happening right now at Whitten Road and I-40, where family and fun truly do come together.
Did you know your butt has a favorite app? That's right, SeatGeek. When I played college football for the University of Memphis, I had the best views of the game. Now I can still find some of the best views of the games, concerts, festivals, live events, or anything else that I want to go to with the SeatGeek app. SeatGeek puts tickets from all over the web in one place to make buying simple. Just download the app, choose the event, and SeatGeek will show you what tickets are available. SeatGeek rates every ticket from 0 to 10 to make sure you're getting a good deal. Green means good, red means bad. Simple enough. You can see wherever your seat is located. Download the SeatGeek app today. You can get $20 off your first purchase with promo code GABE56 at SeatGeek.com or on the SeatGeek app. That's promo code GABE56 for $20 off your first SeatGeek order. SeatGeek, get your seat in a seat. Download the app today.
5-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. Roofing and siding, gutters too. We're the pros you can trust to get it done right. Call on us. 5-Ash Roofing, the name to know. 5-Ash Roofing, the only way to go. 5-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. 5-Ash Roofing.
Is that not the corniest thing you've ever heard? Can you believe I paid good money for that silly jingle? Well, the experts say make it memorable, and I think I got my money's worth. 5-Ash Roof Services, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. 5-Ash Roofing, 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
5-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Hey, if you're hungry for great Mexican food for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, got it. La Guadalupana. Guadalupana. Choose from tacos, burritos, enchiladas, sizzling shrimp, beef, or chicken fajitas, and even a Cuban sandwich filled with Mexican sauces, chicken, ham, steak, jalapenos, avocado, and more. How about super nachos topped with melted cheese, beans, sour cream, guacamole, tomato, and jalapenos? All great with nice cold beer, domestic and imported. Good prices, generous portions, great service at 2 locations, Summer Avenue and Cordova Road. La Guadalupana.
If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commissions, sales leads, and a great place to work. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flinn.com. Start your career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Memphis' only Top Golf Swing Suite at Erling Jensen's Small Bites. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Out on the road for the first time, virgin running to the sun, thinking about the folks out in a world so far from mine.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Got Zach Boyd in the house hanging out with me as Jay Morgan's playing hooky because I think he lost all of his money yesterday. He took Moneyline Grizz. I know he did. If he took +2, those last two missed free throws by Klay Thompson, he'd be dancing naked in the street, right? Didn't take the points. Went on the money line. I got some bets, though, for y'all today. We're going to break those down. Also, some news from the NFL draft. We talked about Calvin Austin going 138th overall to Pittsburgh. I think that's pretty awesome. But what about Matt Corral plummeting? Just plummeting and plummeting and plummeting. And all of a sudden, I think he got picked in the perfect spot. I think Matt Corral could be the starting quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. I mean, I really, really do. I think it's going to be a steal for Carolina. I think Matt Rule got him a, what do you say, a diamond in the rough? By the way, what's the rough? It just means it's not like polished and it's like a crummy piece of rock.
Yeah, you got to put the elbow grease. You got to get the arm, the little 90-degree angle going, kind of wax on, wax off type of thing.
Wax on, wax off. I like it. I agree, but I think the Panthers did a very good job. I think Pittsburgh had an average, and they got Calvin Austin. I think the cool thing though is, as good as Baltimore and I mean, did you see who they got?
Dude, like Baltimore got a haul, man.
Man,
I didn't realize how many good players they got in this draft, man.
They went buck wild, and their defense is going to be much better. Their offensive line is going to be better. Everything is going to be better. They got Kyle Hamilton at 14. He should have been a top, I thought he was going to go in the top 5. Best safety in the draft. They got Tyler Lindenbaum. This is a guy who probably will be a 10-year starter in the National Football League. The best center that my guy can pull. He can do it all. He can get to the next level. Great guy. And then David Ajabo. Did you know that this guy was probably going to be a top 15 pick, and then all of a sudden he got hurt last season at the end of the year? He fell all the way to 45. So at 14, 25, and 45, I think you just picked up 3 starters. Like, I'm talking about that start next year and go and play for the next 8 to 10 seasons. Heck of a draft by Baltimore. But New England, I still can't get over the fact they took Cole Strange out of UTC, that's University of Tennessee, Chattanooga, in the first round. My man was, like, projected to be a third-day pick. And they went number 1. And I do understand that, Bill Belichick, you can't basic. I mean, he's done it so well, and he's drafted so well, and he gets guys that are undervalued and coaches them up. I thought the Patriots had a trash draft. And I can't believe I'm going to say this. Both New York teams did pretty good. Looked like the Lions did pretty good. We don't usually talk about these teams, but wow, I think Dan Campbell is doing a big thing. I think the New York Giants finally went out there and got some ballers. So we'll see what happens with the NFL. And I got to tell you, do you know whose birthday it is? It's not mine. It's my brother's birthday is today. Blade, what's up? Happy birthday, Blade. And guess who he shares his birthday with?
The Rock.
The Rock.
I was going to say The Rock first. I was like, oh, I didn't know The Rock was your brother.
No, I didn't know that my brother and The Rock shared a birthday, so there's that. Look what does it smell what The Rock's cooking?
If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
If you smell what The Rock, or can you smell? What is it?
No, if you
smell what The Rock is cooking. That means he's going to, take you down and break you?
Yeah.
Man, well, hey, it's my brother's birthday, so you know what I'm going to do? I got to head on down to 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. That's where all the spring fashions are. You can get all your jeans, your shorts, your T-shirts. You can get there's a ladies department and a boutique for them, children's department. They have shopping for the whole family. The largest boot showroom on planet Earth. All you have to do also, if you can't get down to 5880 Goodman Road, just go online to frontierwesternstore.com. They'll ship their order out within 24 hours. It's very easy to navigate. Man, they family owned and operated since 1967. If you want to style and you want to profile, make sure you head on down to Frontier Western Store. On the other side, we're going to Hardwood because it just feels so good. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
And if the band you're in starts playing different tunes, I'll see you on the dark side of the moon.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
If you have damage to your home and have your insurance carrier involved, you need a great contractor. You also need a team that has seen claims of all shapes and sizes, residential or commercial. After our inspection, we'll share our findings and give you our professional opinion. Some people say you get what you pay for. However, our opinion is free. Trust the name you can depend on, like the tens of thousands of families Brian and I have served over the past 20 years here in the Mid-South. Brian Elder Roofing. We'll measure your roof from outer space and share our team's experience for your property and claim. Repaired roofs, replacement roofs, big roofs, tiny roofs, insurance roofs, flat roofs, TPO roofs, asphalt roofs, tile roofs, slate roofs, metal roofs. If your roof needs some love, call me. 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing and Contracting.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Your favorite Italian deli, Lucchese's, now ships. For over 25 years, Memphis has trusted Lucchese's to feed their loved ones. And now they've created 4 great comfort food meals that can be shipped across the country to your family and friends. Enjoy lasagna, ravioli, tortellini, spaghetti, Italian spinach, and delicious sauces with no MSGs, no preservatives, and no artificial colors. Lucchese's can ship anywhere in the U.S. All you need to do is go online to lucchese's.com to place your order or call 901-766-9922. Memphis is synonymous with barbecue, and there's a place on Fox Plaza Drive that's been doing barbecue since 1922, Leonard's Pit Barbecue. Now, the place itself has undergone numerous changes since then, but the food has always remained the same. If you ate at Leonard's back in the day, you'll be glad to know it still tastes the same. Lunch every day of the week, catering for events. If you need barbecue, call the place that was first in Memphis, Leonard's Barbecue, on Fox Plaza Drive between Mount Moriah and South Mendenhall. Call 901-360-1963.
I don't know. Can you just pick something and order? Yeah, but anyway, where are you at? You don't...
It only takes 2 seconds of distracted driving to become a statistic. You can lose your driving privileges, your vehicle, face jail time, or even lose or take a life. Slow down, Memphis. The life you save may be your own. Brought to you by the Memphis Police Department, Traffic Operations.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
When I was in Iraq, our convoy was hit. It was bad. After I came home, I could still hear booms and see tracer fire. Makes it hard to be a good mom.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
I'm Naomi Mathis, Air Force veteran.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
With help from DAV, I was able to begin to heal.
DAV provides a lifetime of support to veterans of every generation, helping more than 1 million veterans each year.
Today, I'm part of DAV. We're veterans helping veterans to get the benefits they've earned. And I give my veterans my all.
But there's more to be done and more victories to be won.
My victory is being able to be here for my children.
Naomi Mathis, thank you for your service. May your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
I just one of those things. When things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder is at home sick because the Grizzlies, they lost by 1 yesterday. They fell to the Warriors. Very, very good game. But it was very sad fashion. Grizzlies could not get it done, even though Dre was on the thrown out the ball game. And my man, just Trey J was making threes, had his best game of the series. Felt like we just let one slip, but they're back at it tomorrow. A couple games tonight, 76ers and Heat, 6:30 on TNT. Don't forget the Mavs and the Suns at 9 o'clock on TNT. But we are about to get to a little bit of Hardwood because, dude, little Hardwood just feels so good. You know what I'm saying? But I got to tell you something. If you want to feel good, go to Mid-South Neuropathy and Wellness Center. Go see my buddy Dr. Star Cheshire. Go see his massage therapist, Q. Go see Pam, one of the sweetest ladies in the world. They have everything you want to make sure you get your body right. If you have TMJ, if you have neck issues, back issues, scoliosis, neuropathy, there's so many issues that they can help take care of you. They got me feeling on point. They're at 5118 Park Avenue, and the office is at Eastgate and Suite 209. They're open Monday through Thursday, 9 to 1 and 3 to 6. That's 9 to 1, 3 to 6, Monday through Thursday. And right now, you don't have to pay for a consultation. You don't have to pay, which is normally $50 a treatment. They're going to do 4 treatments every month for you for the low rate of $99. After 4 treatments, oh my goodness. And my girl Chas goes on and she gets on the spinal decompression table. She loves it like you wouldn't believe. My buddy Mitch went over this morning about 9:15. He's like, yo, where are you at? And I'm like, I've got to get ready for my radio show. I'm going to be going over there on Tuesday. Again, where am I going? To Mid-South Neuropathy and Wellness Center, 5118 Park Avenue. Give them a call at 901-609-5517. Jot it down. 901-609-5517 or go online to midsouthwellnesscenter.com. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Woo-wee. A lot of stuff going on in the world, man. Let me tell you a little secret. If I know anything about this, these things don't mix. Speeding in a car without insurance while littering and smoking the reefer.
I was going to say drinking, but yeah.
Drinking? Oh, yeah. Dude, you don't drink and drive. That's like everybody knows that. Like, seriously.
Hopefully.
Like, it's like now you have the Uber and the Lyfts. You can walk places. Your feet don't fail me now. Nobody needs to get behind after a couple cocktails. Everybody should know that.
Yeah.
But you know, things are lightening up in the marijuana situation, you know. So, you know, a lot of people like think to themselves, you know, maybe I can just smoke a little joint and then get in the car and drive off. No. One, let me tell you something. Pot is pungent as all get out. You get pulled over by a cop, I don't care if you smoke the joint outside the car and just have a roach in your pocket. That man's going to smell that thing when he pulls you over. And you know what happened? Alabama newcomer Eli Ricks was booked and charged with speeding, driving without insurance, possession of marijuana at 5:15 last night in Mississippi. I will say I'm very surprised at this because Mississippi don't play no games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't, man.
They don't play no games. They actually booked him and released him a couple hours later, and they set his bond at $0 because they say that they know he's going to return. Now I'm just wondering, since he transferred from LSU to Alabama, he is a newcomer, has not stepped foot on that. Is Saban gonna is he gonna drop the hammer, or is this something that in a couple months will pass and we'll see Eli Ricks playing cornerback for the SEC Alabama football team.
Yeah, he's gonna play. I'm more sure there's some type of punishment, but yeah, he's definitely gonna play.
He's expected to compete for the starting role at Alabama with cornerback Josh Jobe. If I'm Josh Jobe right now, I'm ragging him, like making speeding and marijuana jokes, trying to get in his head because I'm trying to win that job.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's team at this point, like.
You're fighting for a job, baby.
Yeah, you are, but you also got to be a team player. You understand, like, yeah, like, you know, some things you shouldn't do, but, you know.
Yeah, no. Speaking about how good Alabama is and Alabama-esque, Kirby Smart, you know, they won the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
You know they're pretty talented, right?
Very.
Did you know that they had 5 players go in the first round?
I did.
And they had a record 15 players drafted in this year's draft.
Yeah, they had a loaded team this year.
15 players were taken in one draft from one school. Kirby's got things going on down in Georgia.
And they supposed to be getting another their other linebacker, defensive end. Like that's supposed to be really good next season. like Georgia's starting to become that defensive powerhouse almost.
Is Kirby Smart the guy who's going to replace Nick Saban? Or is Nick Saban and Kirby Smart just going to be the two guys at the creme de la creme, at the cream of the crop? And they always rise to the top. They never eat a pig or a pig is a cop.
I don't know what you just said.
I better get a Terminator, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You've never heard that song?
Never.
Yeah. Anyway,
Never.
I'm sorry.
I don't even know what I was going to say at this point.
I'll just say they got things going on, and I wish them nothing but the best. Now, I love, Bro Bible?
I've heard of it, but I don't.
You don't go there and check things out on Bro Bible?
No.
Oh, man, let me tell you something. I always check out. I think Bro Bible has some funny stuff that always is happening. They got some weird stories up there. They're always, kind of sports-oriented. Or just basically fascinating. They have an article up, though, which I usually don't just disagree with the Bro Bible, because it's not like they're like, yo, let me tell you, I think this is why they won or lost the game. But Bro Bible put out an article today, and they say that the officiating for the Grizzlies and the Golden State Warriors was atrocious. And they said that the fact that Draymond Green had been ejected was just straight up stupid. Listen, I am not stupid enough to sit there and think that Draymond Green's past did not play into some of this decision by this team. But I don't know if you know this. The things that you do in your past reflect on the person that you are. And it is hard to not incorporate that. So I completely disagree with Bro Bible for once, and I don't usually ever do this. But again, let me just remind you something. Dirty players who act like horses' butts usually gets their butts thrown out. Like, he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. And again, did you watch the play? Smacked my man across the face, grabbed his jersey, and pulled him to the ground. Like, am I blinded by my Grizzly fandom?
No.
Or do I think other people saying that Draymond Green getting thrown out is absolutely insane? I thought it was very appropriate for the situation, and yes, for who the player is, because you come in with baggage. That baggage is, everybody knows the baggage.
And I think also because people just assume that, it's playoff basketball. There's gonna be hard fouls. I'm like, yeah, I get that, but dude literally smacked him in his face, smacked Brandon Clark in the face, and then pulled his jersey while Brandon Clark was in the air.
Dude, Brandon Clark didn't move.
What are we doing?
I was worried about Brandon.
Yeah, I was too, because it's like, he's airborne, and you just yanked the man out of the middle of the air, man. Like, I don't understand why people are going to this much length to say, well, he should have never been ejected because it's playoff basketball. I'm like, no, that's the letter of the law, man.
I don't know if people know this out there, but this is gonna probably surprise you. Your reputation, no matter what it is or what you've created and crafted for yourself, your reputation always precedes you. So yes, Draymond Green, his reputation is, if he does something like that, he's gonna get his butt thrown out.
Right.
He's got to be smarter.
And I'm more than sure, like Draymond didn't do it on purpose. Because I don't think his intent was, let me smack Brandon Clark in the face and pull him by his jersey. It's just the fact that he did it. And so by him doing it, and like you said, being who he is, which he's done it before, they take all of that into consideration. It was warranted.
It was awesome. It was awesome. Now, you don't watch a lot of baseball, so I'm pretty sure you did not see this last night. But one of the things they've been doing a lot on Sunday Night Baseball is that they started it this year. Joey Votto was mic'd up.
Oh, they're micing players?
Yeah, they're micing players up, and they're interviewing them while they're actually playing in the field. Like Joey Votto was playing first base and doing all his interviews. Francisco Lindor was being interviewed, and a ball's hit up the middle, and he goes and turns a double play and keeps talking to them and made it look effortless. It was one of the dopest things I've ever seen. I had to go back and rewind it and watch that again. I'm like, dude is literally talking to him, turning the play. Dude, it was straight fire. But I think the funniest thing that came out in the interview, they asked him about Max Scherzer because a lot of people, I don't know if you know this, Max Scherzer, who's going to be a Hall of Famer, great pitcher for so many different damn teams. It's not even funny. He's got two different colored eyes. He's a scary guy. Did you know, so last year, he told Brian Roberts, remember he came over that one time and patted him on the butt?
Mm-hmm.
And what did Max Scherzer do? Turned around and told him, don't you ever touch me when I'm pitching. Don't talk to me, don't touch me. Well, now it comes out that they say the whole thing with the Mets organization, the days that Max Scherzer is pitching, nobody talks to him. You're not allowed to talk to him. He will not communicate with you in any way. He doesn't care if you're a player. He doesn't care if you're a coach. He doesn't care who you are. He's not talking to you, period, because he's a damn bulldog. I love that about him and everything, but they say the days that he's not pitching, that he's just a straight goofball. How do you go from that intense to just being a guy, who's hanging out, cutting things up? I don't know. Max Scherzer is pretty cool. I just thought that was fascinating.
He takes his job seriously, man.
Yeah, and you can't get mad at that. That's for damn sure. Did you see, speaking of baseball, you know how they always show these babies who are getting fed and the dad will reach up and catch a foul ball, or they'll show all these amazing catches? You know what I'm saying? You always see these fans making some amazing play in the stands. You've seen this. Well, you don't watch baseball.
Yeah,
Did you see the baby? There was a dad who was feeding his baby a bottle. The ball was hit, and he just reached up and just grabbed it with his bare mitt. Didn't stop feeding the baby. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Now, there was one dad who got in trouble because he was holding his baby, and the ball was hit, and then he leaned over the wall.
Oh, yeah.
And they grabbed that jump, but he still made the catch, and he held onto the baby, okay? Well, this poor man is all over social media.
No. I think I know who you're talking about.
He's coming down. He's walking down the steps. He's got a thing of popcorn, and he's got this big, big beer. Drops the popcorn, tries to hang on to the beer, goes up to catch it, realizes he's overrun it, ball's going to be over his head, leans back, falls down, and throws his whole beer on this poor lady that was just sitting in her own little seat doing her own thing. The whole beer was dumped all over this poor lady. Her hair was a mess. She was makeup running down her face. Would it have been okay if she got up and slapped him?
Yes.
I think it would have been too. I will say, though, he didn't we never saw the rest of the game where he went up to the tunnel and got her some food, maybe a towel. Homie, after he spilled the beer, took off. And everybody was laughing at him. And I think this is one of the funniest videos. But, man, you got to show a little bit of class. If you spill a beer on somebody, do me a favor. At least go buy them a beer, At least go buy them a beer. You want to hear something weird?
I'm afraid.
No, it's not that weird. But for me, it's what?
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
It's something that has to do with your lifestyle.
My lifestyle?
You don't eat meat.
I don't.
Don't at all. None at all.
None.
And that is something that I find extremely impressive. Because, again, we are basically a carnivore nation.
I got a bag of trail mix over here that I'm eating during the break. So,
man, see, I eat a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables. I like pounding the other stuff, But every once in a while, you like a steak. Oh, my God, son. Oh. But the point of what I'm trying to get out is Shaq says he's going meatless.
Really?
Yep, Shaq says that he's getting himself in complete health. He's doing everything. He says he's down to 320 pounds. And he says that he's going to take it to the next level. A friend of him introduced him to a diet. I can't believe I'm going to say this. They call it slutty vegan, which
I've heard of it.
Why is it slutty?
I have no idea. I've heard of it, but I don't know the reason behind it. Like,
it's very healthy. And the big Aristotle says he loves cheeseburgers. He's like, man, if you ever ask me really what I want to eat, 9 times out of 10, he said, I want a big old cheeseburger. And now he's going to take these out of his diet. And according to the slutty vegan thing, he's got all kinds of different, well, they're not really meat. And I think that's what slutty vegan is. They eat pretend animal products. You know what I mean by that? They're not really animal. I think they grow them in a lab. You should know more about this than me. I'm trying to
grow in a lab.
I don't know. How do you make a hamburger out of a vegetable?
I don't know.
Do you eat a burger? Have you ever had a hamburger? Not a real one, but
like a veggie burger.
So no. This one is. They say slutty vegan. Here's what he says. It's where you eat things like Impossible Meat.
Yeah. So Slutty Vegan is a restaurant in Atlanta.
Oh, and this is where he got the this is where he found out that he can actually eat food that still tastes good, even though it doesn't have any animal in it.
Yeah.
Well, he says he's gonna get in the best shape of his life, and he's not gonna eat meat anymore. And I just have to say to myself, if you're in the chicken, the steak, the beef industry, I think you just lost a lot of money. That's a big portion that's just left the market. Shaquille O'Neal going slutty vegan.
That's gonna be interesting because I've known we've all known Shaq to be this tall and massive dude. Now we might see a skinny Shaq.
Dude, seeing a skinny Shaq, it's kind of what's that dude? Mike Pompeo, is that his name? I think he worked under the Trump organization.
Yeah.
All right, so I saw him the other day. Dude looks like I think he was a 300-pound gregarious dude, right? He looked so skinny and frail. I wanted to give him wheat thin. I think some people look better fat, but a doctor probably doesn't want him to be fat, I'm sure. Now, also have to tell you some baseball stories that are just amazing. One is at a youth softball game. Christy Moore. She's now suing, but a mother it's an all-star softball game that's going on. She's umpiring this bad boy in Mississippi. An irate parent came up to her and said, I can't say this, said to the ump, I will slap the bleep out of you, bleep. So Christy, who's calling the game, says she went over there and they escorted and told the woman that she had to leave the game. The problem is when Christy went to her car, the lady came out and punched her right in the face. And, it's a great punch because, she's got a career in boxing, I think, because this lady's eye is black as all get out.
The ump punched the...
No. The
mother punched...
When the ump was walking to the car, mom comes out of nowhere and whap! So we've had 2 umpires attacked in 2 different softball games, one in Mississippi and one in Virginia. And then in football, we had a shooting at a flag football game. That's right, in Virginia. 2 people got shot, and guess what? They haven't been able to find the guy that shot somebody. The police are asking you to help if you know any information, but they say that they're watching this youth football game. 2 gentlemen get a little bit heated about it. And again, these are children playing flag football. The other man pulls a gun out, and right there on the field, right there on the sideline, cap, shoots 2 people. Good news, both of them are expected to live.
Thank God.
But the man's on the loose. Don't you think it wouldn't be very hard to kind of figure out, talk to the kids hey, whose dad was that? Come on, do I have to do the police work for Virginia?
Well, then again, you got to get the parents' permission to talk to the kids as well. So that's part of the law.
And I guess if you shoot somebody, you're not going to let your kid tell on you.
Yeah.
Well, one last good story when it comes to sports and baseball. This is no joke. Tennessee's Ben Joyce threw 105.5 mile an hour pitch in Knoxville against Auburn, and I don't know how you hit it. I don't know how you hit 105-mile-an-hour fastball.
Close your eyes and pray.
I guess you just got to throw the barrel of the bat out there and pray it hits it. If you hit it, it's going to go a long deadgum way, or it's going to, smash your bat. But this guy is in college, and if you watch it, he's hit 103, 104 all year long. He makes it look effortless. Like, he does not look like he's going out there throwing his hardest. He's got great form and great mechanics. But when that ball comes out, it's the heaviest ball I've ever seen. And it's coming at 100 miles an hour almost every single pitch. And this weekend, he broke the college baseball record. The fastest ever thrown before was 104. He broke it with a 105.5-mile-an-hour pitch. Tennessee, they're very, very good. Their coach is a little crazy. He's a lot of fun. There's some allegations. I don't know if you know about this home run hitting team. They're a little bit freaked out about the bats. They're saying Tennessee's using illegal bats. We're going to find out. I don't know. I don't think so. But they are raking. Tony V is crazy. But that pitching staff has 4 guys that hit triple digits. And now my man Ben Joyce broke the record with a 105.5-mile-an-hour fastball. They've only lost 4 games this year. Auburn, when they pimped them this weekend, and Tony V lost it, they came back, tied it up, and then my man hit a 3-run job, did the whole bat flip, and the bat perfectly landed like this, and then it shot right into the Tennessee dugout. Tony V grabs the bat and comes throwing it out, madder than all get out. Dude, Tennessee is making college baseball fun again. Whew. A lot of great stories going on out there, but the Grizzlies is a sad story. Yesterday, they could not hold on. They lost the game by 1. Warriors 117, Grizzlies 116. Man, I'm telling you something. With 3.6 seconds, when they got the ball in Ja's hand, did you think that he was going to finish it?
I thought so.
I did too.
I thought so. It was like, we got 12. We good.
We got it. Hey, call 12. Good. And they called 12. They called his number. He couldn't get it. But you got to say, Klay Thompson, his defense was big, that big three-pointer he had. But, man, those 2 missed free throws, man, he kept that door open for us, did he?
Hey, man. Hey, like, you talking, like, yeah, they're a championship team. But, I mean, like, they left the door open.
Yes, they did.
That door was open.
And by the way, if you don't know, Devin Booker will be back. He's playing for the Suns tonight. Mavericks Sun, 9 o'clock on TNT. You have also the 76ers and the Heat today at 6:30 on TNT. But the Grizz, guess what? They're going to be back at it. You know when they're back at it? It's going to be on Wednesday. It's going to be
Tuesday.
Tuesday, I'm sorry. Today's Monday, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's right. It is Monday. So Tuesday at the Grindhouse, 8:30 game. I know that the East Coast and Boston is East Coast. What do you think about those 8:30 starts? You like those?
It's terrible.
Drives you nuts, doesn't it?
Listen, I work in the morning show. Like the last thing I need is like a super late night tip game, and then I'm like awake around
1 o'clock. Yeah,
1, 2 o'clock trying to go to sleep when my alarm goes off at 4. That's not fun for me.
No, that is not fun. But, hey, I think Game 2 is going to be awesome. Warriors, Grizzlies, the Bucks and the Celtics. Giannis is an absolute freak. The Celtics, they had it handed to them yesterday afternoon, and a bunch of wild stuff. But we're going to take a quick break. But I do want to remind you of something that I think is extremely important. Have you gone to Hemp 2.0? Have you found out what hemp can do for you? If you haven't, head on over to 3670 South Houston Levee Road. It's in Collierville. Beautiful store, hundreds of brands, knowledgeable staff, and they can find out everything you need from what you need for your puppies. They have great CBD dog treats, from if you need topicals or tinctures, skin care, or if you just want to get blasted, bro, get some of those moon rocks or try those new edibles. They have Delta 8, Delta 9, Delta 10. They got some with THCO, VP, HHC. They got vape carts. They got moon rocks. They got blunts. They have everything you need to just change your life. Health, wellness, and lifestyle. It's all at Hemp 2.0 at 3670 South Houston Levee Road in Collierville. You can shop online at shophemp20.com. And then don't forget this. Go to sports56whbq.com. Scroll down just a little bit. You're going to see where on the 20th of every month, we started in April. It is now May. It's May 2nd. It's Rock's birthday. It's my brother Blade's birthday. By the way, I'm going to go get him some edibles from Hemp 2.0. He'll love that. But you can right now go in there and sign up. And on the 20th of every single month, we're giving away a $50 gift card. That's shophemp20.com. Go to sports56whbq.com. Scroll down. All you have to do is put your name and your email. Bing, bang, boom. That's how we get in touch with you once you won. Hemp20. They are ballers, shot callers. On the other side, it's time to talk gambling, and it's time to talk a little NFL draft. Calvin Austin, he is a Pittsburgh Steeler with the 138th pick. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11, here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. If you need a new roof for your home or business, we hope to hear from you and will work hard to earn your business. We are experts and certified in residential and commercial roofing, siding, and gutter installation. I have been serving the Memphis area for over 20 years, and now with 2 of my sons working with me, we plan to be here for years to come. So if you need a roof, please give us a call. On a personal note, what a great time it is to be a Memphis sports fan. With the Grizzlies and the Redbirds and 901 FC, not to mention Tigers football and basketball, it's going to be a fun year. Thanks to Coach Silverfield and Coach Hardaway and their staffs for their dedication to the student and athletes, the University of Memphis, the City of Memphis, and us fans. Five Ash Roof Services, a proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Five Ash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Hi, folks. Bob Burkham for Sunrise Chevy. Good news for new and used car and truck buyers. The Sunrise Chevy Ranch has a great selection of new and used cars and trucks, and Sunrise specializes in low monthly payments and secondary financing. At sunrisememphis.com, you can select your vehicle, get your trade appraised, arrange financing and delivery. We'll deliver right to your doorstep, inspected and ready to go, no matter what your past credit. Sunrise wants to get you financed. Immediate financing with next to nothing down. Need body or service work? Bring it to Sunrise or schedule an appointment online. Find new roads to Sunrise Chevy, 385 in Houston Levy, Collierville.
Hi, everyone. This is President Donald J. Trump, and I'd like to invite you to join me and patriots from all over the country at the American Freedom Tour in your wonderful city, Memphis, Tennessee. I will be there live and in person on Saturday, June 18th, with a conservative dream team of my son, Don, Kimberly Guilfoyle, Mike Pompeo, Candace Owens, and many more. We'll all be motivated, excited, and ready to make America great again. This historic event happens just once in Memphis on Saturday, June 18th. I hope to see you there. You cannot afford to miss this one. America's best is yet to come. So let's do it together. Go to AmericanFreedomTour.com and get your tickets now while they last. They are going to be selling very, very quickly, as usual. I love you all. I will see you there.
Go to AmericanFreedomTour.com for tickets as low as $9, and for a limited time, enter promo code AMERICA for a special discount. That's AmericanFreedomTour.com. Once again, AmericanFreedomTour.com.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. When was the last time you had your heating system cleaned? How about a safety inspection? Right now, Conway Services is offering our 16-point Energy Saver Super Tune-Up on your heating system for only $69. That's right, for only $69, we'll come out and perform our 16-point energy-saving Super Tune-Up on your heating system. We'll also include a complete safety inspection using our state-of-the-art camera system, making sure your heating system is safe to operate this winter. Plus, we'll run a carbon monoxide test on your heating system, all for only $69. You can have the peace of mind knowing your heating system is safe and ready for those cold winter nights. So call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric service company at 384-3511. That's 384-3511. Call this week and we'll perform your heating system tune-up for only $57.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Mentor Memphis Grizzlies' inaugural Mentoring Matters Summit of Tennessee is May 12th through the 14th, with both virtual and in-person workshops and events. To find out more and register, go to grizzliesfoundation.org/TN Summit.
4.9 liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Zach Boyd's hanging out with me. It's a beautiful Monday in the Mid-South. It almost was a super Monday. The Grizzlies couldn't pull it out at the very end as they lost by 1 to the Golden State Warriors in Game 1. And Tuesday's a big one. Tuesday's a big game, man. Grizzlies going to have to do it. We do have day baseball going on, by the way, and Paul Goldschmidt just left the yard, 393-foot home run, as the Cardinals have a 1-0 lead over the Royals after one inning at 110. Here in about 40 minutes, we have the Angels and the White Sox. White Sox minus 45. Dylan Cease is pitching. He's been great. But Patrick Sandoval of the Angels has also been throwing the ball really well. That total is set at 7.5. 7.5. It's very low, and it's very scary to touch. But the one that really freaked me out is Zach Gallen for Arizona is playing the Marlins today, and Pablo Lopez. Neither pitcher, like Pablo Lopez is 3-0 with a 0.39 E&O. Zach Gallen has given up, and he has an ERA of 0.60. The total is, in a baseball game that has universal DH, 6.5. Is that saying a lot of bad things about the Diamondbacks and the Marlins hitting? Or is it just saying these two pitchers are going to go out there and throw well? I don't know, man. Hit me up at the AutoZone text and listener line. Who are you liking? Who are you rocking with? I will tell you, I'm going to continue to rock with the Mets. I know Max Fried is pitching. He's been the best pitcher for the Braves. But Chris Bassett's pitching, and that Mets team, they're just getting things done. They're playing really good baseball. So those are little baseball thoughts for this afternoon. And I need to get to a little NFL news. Guess what? Guess who's coming home? They say it's never too late to go home.
It's never too late.
It's never too late to go home. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, has agreed to a contract to head to New Orleans and play with the Saints. Yes, he was a star at LSU, got in a little bit of trouble, had an amazing career, 3-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champ. The Honey Badger is coming home. He grew up in New Orleans. He played for LSU, starred for LSU, and he is not going to be a Kansas City Chief anymore. And I think it's actually a good move. And the Saints, by the way, have now got some wide receivers. They got some pretty good ones going on right now. We're going to talk a little bit of NFL draft news. But, yes, the NFL, the weekend, did you hear that they were complaining? Only 10 million viewers watched the NFL draft.
This was boring. It was boring this year.
I mean, 10 million viewers though for the NFL draft.
It's not bad, but it was just a boring draft.
It's down 20% from last year. But again, we had one quarterback go in the first round. Matt Corral started just tanking. Malik Willis tanked and was started falling all over the place. Quarterbacks are the sexy picks.
Yeah, and that's the reason why that's why a lot of people weren't tuned in, because I think a lot of people expected one or two quarterbacks to be taken early. But when only Kenny Pickett was taken at 20 to the Steelers, it was like, oh, okay. Well, Malik Willis is not going into the first round. So that's not happening. So you thought day 2 was like the explosion day for quarterbacks, and they all went 3rd and 4th.
Yep.
But it was like, this is disgusting.
And I haven't mentioned this, but you do know who Malik Willis actually got drafted by, right?
The Titans.
Man, the Tennessee Titans, baby.
I'm not gonna lie, that is a great spot for him.
I'm with you.
That is a great spot for him.
Listen,
I didn't like the fact that they just up and traded away AJ Brown like that. But I mean, you drafted Treylon Burks, so
yes, I like the Treylon Burks move. I think he's going to be good. And you know that John Robinson, of course, head coach Mike Vrabel, they cut their teeth in New England. What does New England never do? They don't overpay for stars. They get rid of them and go out and get more.
Yeah.
And he comes from that cut of cloth, and I think that's exactly why they did this. But I thought they had a good draft, and I think Malik Willis, learning underneath Ryan Tannehill. Tannehill, athletic quarterback. Very, very cerebral. Of course, was horrible in the playoff game last year. He was so trash. 3 interceptions, lost the game. But I think Malik Willis coming in there, pushing the starter, and also learning from him. I can't help but do this. And I hate comparing players from past generations.
Vince Young?
Man, heck no. For me, it's Steve McNair.
Oh,
baby.
okay, I was like,
Steve McNair was the toughest SOB you've ever seen in your life. He played with like a fractured sternum. You know what I mean? My man was tough as nails, threw the ball well, strong base. I'm not saying Malik Willis is going to be Steve McNair, but my goodness, if he can become close to it, Titans got a steal, and that's my favorite quarterback in Tennessee history. I mean, I'm sorry. Steve McNair was just a straight baller. Eddie George running, Steve McNair doing his thing. Even Jeff Fisher looked like a good coach back then.
Because it was easy, bro.
Because it was easy, but they had a great defense, and man, you had my man Steve McNair. Rest in peace, Steve. But Malik Willis, do you think he can be the second coming?
He got some work ahead of him, but I think if I could compare both him and Tannehill, I think he can surpass Tannehill.
Hey, listen.
He got a big arm, and he's
I don't know in
athletic.
the first year because he's going to have a big learning curve from coming to Liberty to now the Tennessee Titans in the National Football League. But remember, Patrick Mahomes didn't start his first year. He was behind Alex Smith. He came in and played the last 2 games of the season, then took over the next year, took him to the Super Bowl. The rest is history. He's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
You get Malik in there with as strong as he is. He's got, by the way, one of the things that impresses me about him is not just him as a human being. You see how nice he is. You see how smart he is. And you see how emotionally intelligent he is. He went out there, remember, nobody's looking, helps the homeless guy. Everything I hear about Malik Willis is like he is just, all he wants to do is just get better and better. And along the way with him getting better and playing football, he wants to help others and help uplift other people around him. That's the kind of young man you want to become the leader of your team and to be the face of your franchise, because all he's going to do is try to pick up everybody around him. He's not a me guy, but man, he's got some me talent.
Yeah.
Like he could be out there just being like, yo, let me tell you something. I'm this man. I'm a bad man. But no, he's a great guy. I think they got a steal. I think also, though, the Carolina Panthers getting Matt Corral. I think Matt is the best thrower of the football that came out of this draft. Straight up, quickest release, can put the ball any place. And people say he's undersized. Dude, he ran the ball 31 times against Tennessee. He played in the Southeastern Conference. My man will take a licking, and Matt Corral will keep on ticking. I think that the Carolina Panthers and him are a match made in heaven. The Pittsburgh situation, though, has me completely confused. Why did you go get Mitch Trubisky if you were going to draft Kenny Pickett?
Virtually the same player.
They're the same player. And again, if you look, and if you, like, I'm grateful that the Steelers passed up on Malik because the Tennessee Titans got him. I just don't understand when you look at the Ravens, you look at the Bengals, you look at the Browns, and you see Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, and you see Joe Burrow, and you think that Kenny Pickett is going to be like the next great quarterback in the AFC North? No, and hail to the Nizzo. Their quarterback situation in the AFC North is basically like the AFC West, where you got Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, you got my boy Carr, and now you got Russell Wilson. And if you look at that one, you think to yourself, Carr is kind of the poor man out, but he's getting rehooked up with Devontae Adams. You got one of the best tight ends in all of football. Like, they're kind of on the upward swing. I just don't see how Kenny Pickett, and I love Mike Tomlin to death, and I know that they run the football. They play defense. They want Najee to pound that Jun inside. They did get Calvin Austin to take the top off.
Yeah.
But my man, he's 24 years old, 49 starts in college. What do you think that all of a sudden he's going to turn into that electric superstar? Because for me, you know what he is? He's a really good quarterback. A really good one.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of good ones, and to be in the NFL and to be competitive, you need a Josh Allen, you need a Justin Herbert, you need a Patrick Mahomes, you need a Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. Kenny Pickett ain't none of those, and you took him in the first round after also getting Mitch Trubisky. I feel like the Steelers were like confused on what to do. Like, were they having like mental issues? Have you ever seen Elway to Marino, the 30 for 30? Pittsburgh, remember, passed on Dan Marino. And, of course, he went to the Dolphins. The rest is history.
Yeah.
And, of course, where did Dan Marino play in college? At Pitt. He was a guy from Pitt. Kenny Pickett's a guy from Pitt who went to Pittsburgh. I think they just had like this crazy Dan Marino, like, oh, remember when we passed on that really good kid from Pitt named Dan? We don't want to do it again with Kenny Pickett. I'm just going to tell you a secret. Kenny Pickett ain't Dan Marino.
No.
It just is not going to happen. So
and I was surprised that they didn't go Malik because they got the receivers. They just needed
you have Mitch Trubisky who you bring in to hold the clipboard and just try to hold the franchise up for a little bit while you groom somebody like Malik Willis.
Yeah, you just needed somebody to push the ball down the field, and that was like the problem with Ben was that he gotten older and he couldn't push the ball down the field anymore.
And you know what's also weird about the whole Kenny Pickett? And people are trying to tell me how he's some great athlete. Kiss my butt, dude. Please. He ain't Kyler Murray. He ain't Lamar Jackson. He ain't running around like a madman.
Hey, that was my thought process too, because I'm like, yeah, like he's mobile, but he ain't mobile like Kyler and Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson.
And he's got them tiny hands. He's got
with
them,
the gloves.
with the gloves on. He's got them little hands. I don't know. I feel like this is crazy, but I feel like I have to say, I can't believe I'm going to say, I feel bad for Mitch Trubisky. If I'm Mitch's agent, I am furious. I'm like, wait a second. Because I just don't know an organization in the National Football League that can justify picking somebody in the first round that's 24 years old, 49 college starts. He's got to be given an opportunity to start, does he not? I mean, you drafted him to get him going. You can't wait 3 years down the road because he's going to be 27 years old.
27 years old. Well, here's the thing. Well, who was the quarterback that started that? Well, Trevor Siemian was like 27, 26, 27 when he got his start.
Yeah.
But then again,
look
like
what he did. He was Trevor Siemian.
But then again, I'm comparing Trevor Siemian to Kenny Pickett. So
that's about it. That's a really good one. And
I don't want to do that. He hasn't taken out one snap.
All right, by the way, AutoZone text and listener line, I talked about Georgia having 15 players drafted in the 5 in the first round, 15 total in this draft from one team. So I was talking up Kirby Smart. I got a text that says, yeah, John, well, did you know that basically the entire 2019 starting lineup for the LSU team in the last 3 drafts has been drafted? In fact, 20 of the 22 players who started in the LSU National Championship game have now been drafted. Is that the greatest football team in history? He asked. They did go 15-0, win a national championship.
Oh, the championship squad. Yeah.
2019 LSU National Championship squad. 20 of the 22 guys who started in that game, the championship game, are now in the NFL.
Yeah, no, that's great.
That's a balling team.
Oh, yeah. Orgeron had that team humming.
By the way, speaking of Orgeron and humming, did you see him about a couple weeks ago, or about a month ago? When was spring break? About a month ago?
Yeah.
Did you see that he went down to Cabo?
No.
Man, he was shirtless, hitting on all the ladies, doing Ed Orgeron. Man, Ed Orgeron's got a pocket full of cash, and he's divorced and single, and he's hanging out in Cabo. I just have a feeling I'm going to be doing a Hardwood story on him very soon.
Oh, no. Hopefully it's not the case. But he's definitely living his best life.
He's living his best life. And he still talks just like, hey, my name's Ed Orgeron. Now, I will tell you also, it's a beautiful Monday. Grizzlies did lose. And you know what? Life handed us lemons yesterday here in the Mid-South. We were a little bit sad. Trey J had a great performance. Ja was amazing. Desmond Bain really didn't show up. And we hear towels. It was all about you, Dez. It did not happen. Melton played great. Fascinating basketball game. But again, when life hands you lemons, as it did yesterday, you just got to make a lemon drop. But you better make sure it's with Tito's handmade vodka. It's crafted and distilled in the United States right down there in Austin, Texas. Naturally gluten-free, 100% corn-based vodka. It's stilled, not distilled. It's actually stilled in copper pots. The old school classic way, which is very unique on the vodka scene. It's a very rare thing as well. It gives it its amazing flavor, which is slightly sweet, has a black pepper note. It balances everything out. Whether you're crafting a cocktail, drinking a martini, or making you a lemon drop, or just drinking it neat. Tito's handmade vodka, simply the best. Back in Two Shake Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
It's time to vacation at home with Family Leisure. That's right. Enjoy a vacation in your own backyard with a little help from Family Leisure. Like play gyms and trampolines, they're now $500 off. And those trampolines, by the way, they've got that mesh on the side, so trampolines are now safe and you'll be the hit of the neighborhood. They've got hot tubs in stock and ready to go, and you can get up to $1,000 off when you pick them up. All kinds of do-it-yourself pool specials, like savings of up to $1,500 on all in-stock pools when you pick it up and install them yourself. And if you're looking for patio furniture, then stop on in, because they have tons in stock and they're ready for you to pick up. So get ready for that vacation at home with the help from Family Leisure. Family Leisure's Vacation at Home sale. It's happening right now at Whitten Road and I-40, where family and fun truly do come together.
Jamie's log. Progressive. The Harrington's backyard. Day 4, 2:18 a.m. I've been camping outside the Harrington house for 4 days now, proving that Progressive has 24/7 protection. Mr. Harrington says I don't need to do this, since Progressive protects 24/7 is a pretty easy concept to grasp, but I'm going to stay and prove my point. Besides, there's a big tree branch over the roof, and I think it's planning something.
Progressive doesn't just offer a great price when you bundle home and auto. We offer round-the-clock protection, just not literally from Jamie. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers, and subject to policy terms. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commissions, sales leads, and a great place to work. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flinn.com. Start your career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. Man. Got Zach Boyd in the house. Thank you so much to Terry Davis, who joins us at 11:30. We talked a lot of Grizzlies. We talked NFL Draft. Calvin Austin. Oh, yeah, he's a Steeler. Matt Corral is a Panther. Malik Willis is a Titan. And Kenny Pickett went to Pitt. But still don't get it. I don't get it. But you know what's something that I have to say is fascinating? So do you know who Kelsey Whitmore is? Probably not, because you're not a big baseball guy. But she's the first woman to start in the Atlantic League baseball game. This woman can flat out hold her own. She can rake, she can field. She also took one off the shoulder. Man threw one up in there about 90 miles an hour, pretty tight, caught her in the arm. She tossed the bat, just took off to first base. That is pretty cool. Extremely impressive. Holy cow, that is wild. And I have to say, the reason this is like fascinating for me, This happened just, I think, last night. She settled in, played a really good game. But my buddy, Wes, his daughter is 14 years old and plays over at Batter's Box, which is a competitive baseball league, and she's tearing it up at second base. So baseball, ladies, check it out. It's definitely a game that you can play and compete in. Not all of you, because not everybody can sit there and stroke a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. And a lot of people can't hit a 105.5-mile-an-hour fastball. And yes, I said 105.5 because my man Ben Joyce threw that over the weekend as a Tennessee pitcher. It was absolutely buck wild. Got to tell you about this, though. Have you heard about the big first baseman for Auburn?
No.
My man is huge. He's 280 pounds. He's a monster of a human being. Do you know what he's batting this year, though?
280?
461. You would think if he batted his weight, he'd be doing pretty good. He's batting 461 and hitting the cover off of everything.
He is 280.
280, and he
461.
Mashes.
Yeah, like if you're that big of a guy, you need to be hitting home runs.
Dude, he is
or hitting for a high
average. He is definitely going to do pretty good at the next level. By the way, I was also had to remind you. I said it was my brother's birthday, Blade.
Yeah, happy birthday, Blade.
Blade, happy birthday. Do you know it's also Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's birthday?
I found out today.
And you know who else's birthday it is? Gabe Kuhn. From 3 to 6 today.
Really?
So Gabe Kuhn, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and my brother all have birthdays. It looks like I got a busy night tonight. I'm going to be celebrating.
You'll be partying.
I'm going to be partying like a rock star, playing ball like an all-star, and getting it on. We got day baseball going on right now. The Cardinals are up 1-0 on the Royals. We got a baseball game starting here in 15 minutes. That would be the Angels and the White Sox. Dylan Cease's pitching. White Sox minus 45. Total is 7.5. The weird one, though, for me is 6.5 is the total over and under. For the Diamondbacks Marlins is Zach Gallen and Pablo Lopez. Tear it up. Don't forget tonight, though, Miami Heat is a lock minus the 7.5. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Phoenix Suns and the Mavericks. Devin Booker's back. Suns are a 5.5-point favorite. Tomorrow, you have the Bucks in Boston. Boston, a 4.5-point favorite after the shellacking the Bucks put on them. Is Boston going to get off the mat and come back? Probably. Brown's good. Tatum's good. Marcus Smart's good. Everybody is doing pretty good. But the big one, Tuesday night, 8:30 on TNT. Grizzlies plus 2.5. Uh-oh. Man, I like that because I don't see them. I think this thing goes back tied all the way back out to California and San Francisco with the Warriors. For Zach, I'm John. Y'all do me a favor. Get out there. Make this world a better place. We're going to see y'all on the flip side. Peace.
And